in our English undergrad. Our workshop professor is Thomas Whitbread, who's probably the oldest person on the planet. He's fantastic. He's so wise, and it was just such an incredible workshop. And so I'm really excited to introduce one of my fellow classmates. Aza Pace was raised in rural East Texas, an environment that has had a heavy influence on her writing. Her work explores questions of gender, religious experience, and the strangeness of the everyday. She recently graduated with a BA in English from UT Austin, where she wrote her honors thesis on feminism and Greek myth in Virginia Woolf's novels. Her work has appeared in small publications such as Hot House, Analecta, and Should Does. In the fall, she will join the Poetry MFA program at the University of Houston. Congratulations on that, by the way. Aza. Yay.
Hi, I'm Aza, and really happy to be here, and thank you again to Malvern Books for having us. A lot of my poems are pretty short, so I hope you'll bear with me, but I'll do my best. So, first poem I have is Chattering Honest. Her red smudged mouth is all I want, cupped cartoon-like in my pale-faced palm, a flabbergasted rose with the stem off. For that, I could give you several small gray looks, packed sawdust thick behind my teeth. I could make you uneasy by looking at you dead on, like a man, in your opinion. I could suck the hot salt marrow out of every hyphen and offer you the husks for jewelry. All I want is her bitten-in grin, that lime slice of a smile, and to take it out of a velvet box sometimes and wear it down the street like pearls. Recipe for birdsong in East Texas. First, if your wife calls and says there is a dead bobcat on the roadside, go get it. Its skull, boiled clean, will be beautiful. For that, you'll need a small bonfire, but be sure to rake the leaves away and have a water hose handy. Notice the smoky aftertaste. Put the finished bones in the book room next to the piano. Sip your evening sleepy time tea and smile at them. Everyone will be home soon. Fall asleep to the forest full of cicadas, or, if too warm, get up and watch the tree frog on your window. Whatever wakes you in the morning will be birdsong. Audubon bird call. Red as a naked voice box brimming with rum, red for joy like a mouthful of berry fruits, my singing plum bob. Joy can't be screwed together like this, surely, dropped into my pearly hands and twisted, tweet, tweet, to the scent of your patchouli. Real Madonna. She had wild cheekbones and wide alien eyes behind her aviators. When she buzzed her head, I wanted to rub the stubble for luck, but was afraid it might catch fire. A day-old hickey half hid in the shrug of her shoulder. I blushed at the thought of her blood vessels popping in sudden pleasure. So I hammered out a halo and threw it up behind her. Someone snapped a photo and caught her bird's wing eyebrow, bent out, surprised forever. 3 kinds of magic. While the storm slides towards us across the lake, we clap after a mosquito, and I wonder why the Irish and bluegrass radio stations sound the same. The thunder drums its lullaby. Tonight there will be no lovemaking for roommates to overhear. We will all listen to the hiss of street noise and pretend it is the ocean. Mama says, "Dinah, I kept trying to give your namesake a future. That's why I named you such a thing." Anatomy skeleton. Today I eat lunch with the anatomy skeleton, hanging all wired together in the art room. We shake hands. I want to kiss her because the bones are real, and maybe she would bloom out of her decay, cicada-like and ancient. A quick, perhaps forgivable glance at the pelvis confirms, yes, it is a she, and I name her Charlotte because I like the ring of it. Leave her body to science? No, never to science, but to art, maybe. What color were her eyes, I wonder? Brown and fathoms deep, painfully old and still lurking like embers in a heap of bones. So old in her cave eyes, at least now she presides here, mutely commanding the charcoal-drenched artist. Look, This is how your bones cling together too. This is all you are really, so look. And if I sit here often enough, insisting she is Charlotte, maybe the name will rattle something awake in that bone cocoon, knit muscle and skin over that blank, and she will turn wild, liquid eyes on me for a moment, to blink in slow, lush approval. The ecstasies of a girl called heaven. Heaven dropped into a saffron rapture, but I only had one tongue to speak in. All I remember is the bare thrill of her shoulders and the pure blue fire that sprang into her fangy smile. Picking sunfruit at night. The wild apricot tree we never noticed has burst into laughter, into fruit like a living firework, its gaudy green leaves spilling out around each peachy shock. Bees come to laugh at the apricot honey. They blur the tree's edges with humming and leave drunk. While you sleep, I slip out barefoot and pluck just one fruit to hold orangey bright against the deep blue hush. I will hold it, but not eat. Still life in wallpaper. In the tiny guest bathroom, the wallpaper jungles in at me, green and gold and tangled like a story to go crazy in. The wainscoting can hardly hold it back, a white picket fence about to run wild. All at once, I spot them, dragonflies perched in the flourishes, huge as my outspread fingers and twitching just outside my vision. They are some of the world's greatest predators. They never miss. They must have been multiplying behind the red, bulbous flowers, and now there are too many for the air. I start to hear the roar of wing hum. I duck and crawl out on all fours. Out in the hallway, the wilds are banished to a thin border at the top of the wall. The jungle might still peek in at me, but I don't have to look. New teeth. Your little one crouches over a bowl of fruit as if she had hunted down each fleeing berry, and her eyes still animal wild and thirsty watching. Those tiny spaced out teeth stained violet with blueberry bloodlust, and you are telling me I will want one too someday. The girls we knew, the Clark home. We know where the girls are, the Free Encyclopedia says. We know where the missing girls are. An army of suicides. Click, we were feminists. We knew the girls were really women. Top military officer says we knew. Like science fiction, we know where the girls are. Chapter 2. This world we live in, companion to the dead and gone. This subtle little girl. I shouldn't talk with these girls. We knew and loved our names. Offer up 13 things girls wish you knew. Ask men. Shock resistance. Real men don't cry, God help us. We know where the missing girls are. Swearing, fighting, drinking, the battle for her heart. Narrator we knew. A girl's mind even more engaging. 191 pins. Survivor recap. We know where the girls are. July. Back when a water balloon to the face was all the baptism you needed, and the katydids made a good enough choir to make love to on a Sunday morning, I spent whole days tying Celtic knots to present to you like a proud house cat post-hunt. Your lips pressed the crooks of my wrists in praise for hours, and we wove new hymns out of our names until the sun nodded off long past bedtime. Talking East Texan. Home for 3 weeks, and my accent slips back, as if the hot, humid August will melt all my words to liquid in the middle. They swing belly-heavy back and forth, making me sound sing-song, dizzy with summer. Like everything else, my tongue slows down in this heat, reclining lazy against my teeth, shedding G's off of participles because they're just too much work. This is what it means to become familiar again, to retrace the grooves of my old voice, at least 2 generations thick with pine needles and honey. Copperhead. This musky smell, like perfume or death, probably came with the rain. Here, the punishment for being a copperhead on the porch is death by guillotine. Papa has already thrown away the head. The copper body writhes like a tongue when prodded, and tries in vain to strike as Papa begins to skin it. It's dead, I repeat to myself. It's already dead. You can't really feel it. Copperhead, like my light brown hair. There, the skin is off, stretched and pinned on a board to dry, next to the others, like some ghastly moth. The remnants, all gray muscle with pink organs peeking through, belong to the birds or the ants. Yes, I'll take him into the woods. Hand me the shovel, Papa. The love of bees. The bees took over the hollow tree today, spiraling in like golden electrons while we watched through the glass door. I had to look away. I retreat into a bath and a bee slips in. You gently wave it out again while I crouch in the hot water, humming lullabies to my never-born children. Come in, love, and bring your candle. Slide into the water with me while the bees mumble outside in their honey tree. My last poem is Hush Now. Here at the lookout among the headstones of all our old dogs, listen to the creeping moss rimming their names, dyeing the limestone green. The sky blushes neon periwinkle around our heads, and the stones are cold in autumn air. By the time we finish counting them, the young dog will amble over to nose in the pine needles and rest on the graves.